Hello, YouTube stackers. This is ST with Silver Stacking 101, where we always believe in staying stacked and packed. Stacked with silver, gold, food, ammo, and packed with the means necessary to defend our stack. We are in the Economics of Silver video series. So far, we have covered the 5 ingredients the current chef of the economic soup pot is introducing into the economy. These 5 ingredients can work. As a matter of fact, I believe they will work. I believe they will work because historically they have worked. We are going to see positive economic growth within the United States economy, due mostly to the 5 stimuli that has been introduced. Now, it was kind of neat doing this series because in the middle of this series, things I had announced was going to happen started happening for us, the 5 stimuli. Some of them had been announced, some of them have not been announced until this series has started. So that was kind of cool. Short term. Now let's talk short term, 3 to 5 years. What this means for silver. What this means for silver is simple. Silver is going to go up based on inflation, and inflation will kick up some due to the economic growth. However, silver will not generate a return in terms of purchasing power. It will basically keep up with inflation in the 3 to 5 year period. It's not a great investment to gain wealth. It's a defensive play to maintain purchasing power short term. I don't care what the guy on the radio says about some Chinese solar farm, and silver could go to $80 per ounce by August. Well, it's possible. It's possible I can meet Jennifer Aniston and we hit it off and live happily ever after. Not likely. As a matter of fact, I would bet on the Jennifer Aniston before I would bet on the $80 an ounce, and neither one of them is going to happen. So, short term, not going to be a big return on investment item. Keeps up with inflation, that's about it. Why then would we accumulate silver during this time period? The debt. Many viewers have correctly pointed out I have not mentioned the debt in this series to this point. There's a good reason. Actually, there are 3 reasons I have not mentioned the debt. First off, we have been talking short term. The debt itself is not that destructive in the short term. The deficit spending can actually be beneficial in the short term. The second reason I have not talked about it. The 5 ingredients, the 5 stimuli, the 5 elements I mentioned are plans that were being introduced and executed to put stimulus into the United States economy. Please correct me if I am wrong, but I am not aware of a plan under serious consideration by someone who has the capacity to put it into play to lower deficit spending, much less attack the debt. I'm not aware of such a plan. If I'm wrong, please comment there is such a plan under serious consideration by someone with the capacity to bring it off. I'm not aware of it. That's why I didn't talk about it. And the third reason is the debt is so disastrous, intermediate, and long term, it needed its own group of videos just on the debt. it warrants more than a passing mention. We are going to transition now from short-term to intermediate and long-term. The debt is going to be the central theme, intermediate and long-term. The debt's going to pose significant challenges intermediate. The only response our elected officials will have is going to be a bad answer, but it's going to be the only answer they're going to be presented with. It's going to touch off the death spiral of the U.S. dollar, and that's ultimately long-term where we're heading. That's why we buy silver, friends. We're not buying it for August. We're not buying it for December. We're not buying it for 24 months from now. We're buying it intermediate and definitely long-term, because the world's going to change significantly. Private property rights, as we know it, will change significantly. And we're going to walk through this and the economic reasons why. And I'm not even going to conspiracy, just economic reasons why it has to happen. It stinks. I don't want to say what I'm going to say. It scares me, but I'm not going to be unprepared for it. Comment. Let me know what you think, agree or disagree, and why you think it. Give me a thumbs up, guys. Subscribe if you haven't. If you haven't. God bless you, and stay stacked and packed.